need to eat more than this, but I gotta start somewhere. Good morning and happy Thanksgiving from the Bahamas. Where are we specifically?
Leonard Key, which is basically on the east side of Great Abaco, which is in the northeast region of the Bahamas.
Okay. So I don't really know if they celebrate Thanksgiving here. I don't think so. I think it's just the US and Canada. But
I will say, walking through the grocery store, there's boxes of stuffing everywhere, and there's cranberry sauce everywhere, and either they have some sort of a celebration of it, or they know that there's a lot of Americans here that,
and Canadians.
are coming to town.
Canadians have Thanksgiving too.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if they do cranberry sauce.
I don't know.
We're gonna have to find out.
Yeah.
But here we are, Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Not really near anybody, so we're just gonna take you through and show you what we decided to do to make Thanksgiving special to us, so it feels like Thanksgiving, I guess. I would say not just another day, but obviously it doesn't just feel like another day when you're in such a location.
Yeah.
But
it's a beautiful spot for sure. Nice, quiet, secluded spot. This is probably the quietest we've had so far.
It's also hot and warm. And talking to family back home this morning, they were all in their jackets and a little displeased with how warm it was for us and how chilly it was for them.
Yeah, frost on the ground back there, and it's like 80 degrees and bright and sunny down here. So
yeah,
can't complain about that.
Sunscreen at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
But our morning, we got the dinghy repaired. We had a little hole in it. I've got a patch on it, and we're letting it sit for a second. And then, assuming that's good, we're gonna make our way up to Sandy Key and do some snorkeling. There's some great reefs there from what I've heard. Fish is it's just absolutely spectacular. One of the better places in the Bahamas to go. So I'm really excited to go over there. The one issue is that it is exposed to the Atlantic on the east side, and there are some rollers coming in from the Atlantic, and there's tides to deal with. So I'm gonna try to plan it so that we're there at slack tide, and we're gonna have to see how the waves are coming in from the ocean. Could be a little interesting, but
I guess we'll see.
Yep.
This is going to be our version of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yeah.
Instead of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, balloons and all that fun stuff, we're going to do the fish parade.
Yeah, we'll be hanging out with the fishes. So, but we're going to be doing that, and then we're going to come back and do some Thanksgiving stuff.
Make some food, make it sort of Thanksgiving-y, traditional yet not.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, depending on what we have on board. We have a few things, so
it'll
be fun. Come along with us.
Yep. What you doing there, Cap?
I'm steering us, hands-free, to the snorkeling area. Well, not the snorkeling area, because we can't take this boat in there, because that would be bad news. It's like coral and stuff. But to an anchorage near the snorkeling area where we're going to see if we can anchor the big boat instead of taking the little 34-year-old dinghy that just got a hole patched in it 2 miles for the first time. So
probably best.
I wanted to do this, and then I convinced George, and he thought it was a good idea too. So we'll also get to see what the conditions are like to see if it's even a good idea to snorkel at all today, because we don't need to be being like beat up by the tide and the waves and out to sea and all of that good stuff. So we're gonna check out this anchorage that is a day anchorage. It's definitely not anywhere to stay overnight. See if we can park the boat there, take the dinghy a small, probably, I don't know, several hundred feet, not a mile, over to the snorkeling area, and then come back to the boat, and then take this boat all the way back to where we were anchored. I mean, it's not that far. What is it? 2 nautical miles or something, back to where we were anchored the other night. We're gonna check it out, and it's gonna be fun. And I'm using the autopilot, so I'm just watching things and changing our course with the buttons, and I'm sitting up here because I can't see over anything. Now that we have the new chart plotter in, it's a lot taller, a lot higher, and then with the dinghy up front on top of the boat, like, it's impossible to see. So I'm sitting up here. This is my normal spot. If it's super rough, I'm here and I'm holding on. And yeah, it's like, come on, zoom into. Yeah, if it's super rough, I'm up here, I'm holding on, and I'm not sitting on the back. But it's not that bad.
Nice little Kelly perch.
Yeah.
Oh, getting rocky.
And I just hold on to this. And usually the ladder is tied on, so it's a little bit of resistance, but not anything to trust.
No.
Yep.
Don't want you toppling off the back of the boat.
I'm just practicing for whenever I learn how to ride the horses. One day.
Yep.
Do they have those here in the Bahamas to learn to ride? If anyone out there knows, let me know, because I tried Googling it and searching it, and I don't know.
We're gonna try to hunt down some horses at some point.
It's like a weird thing to probably want to do while you're in the islands, but I wanted to do it before. I can't have a puppy, so I can hang out with the horse that I absolutely cannot bring home. I don't think it's gonna come on the boat. So it's an animal I can't bring home, but I can hang out with.
Boat's moved. We've relocated to our new spot right near where we're going to be snorkeling shortly, and in order to make sure that we've got enough food in us, I made us some PB&Js so we can snack and have a little bit of food out here in the gorgeousness. It is a beautiful sunny day, which makes the water just absolutely sparkle. It's like a really light aquamarine type color. And nice sandy bottom, just absolutely beautiful. So we're gonna sit out here.
Probably gonna ruin the color, but it's like that color that scrubs are in the hospital.
A little bit lighter, yeah. Kind of like that color, yeah. Picture that, but broadcast it over an actual beautiful scene.
And ignore and forget about the hospital part.
Exactly. So, but we're gonna carve up. We're gonna get ourselves some calories in us so that we can put the dinghy in the water, go around the corner, do a little snorkeling, and then come back and then go do a lot of cooking. So.
Gotta get that Thanksgiving feast going on. Not here. It's too rocky for me here.
Yeah, we got a little swell coming in around the Sandy Key is the one that we're behind.
Yeah.
It's coming just around the corner, and it's giving us a little bit of rockiness here. So
that's why George is going down there, and I'm just hanging out here with my Gatorade.
Yep. We're gonna get to eat. Yeah. I'm sad that we didn't actually record on the way over because it was a little wild. We should have had Kelly just holding the camera like this as she was sitting up front, because she was sitting facing backwards, facing me, and then we were just beating into the waves, just pounding into them, and she was just getting soaked. Water's coming over top of her, but we didn't film that. Now we are here. We made it to our little spot. There's some mooring buoys. We're tied off to one of them. Kelly snagged it and got us tied off. And then she also has a pretty clever thing. She's got an EpiPen, and I'm gonna turn it to her.
So for most medical emergencies, we probably can get back to the boat. But you know, if an EpiPen is needed, we need it here. So those things are awful, and they're not waterproof. They're not sunproof. They're not anything proof. They're like the worst. So I was trying to figure out how I can bring it and not have it bake in the sun and get too hot or anything. So it is inside of a nalgene bottle, because whenever you put water in this, it doesn't leak everywhere. So water can't get in. And then I wrapped the EpiPens in aluminum foil, shiny side out, to try to reflect any sunlight or heat or anything. And we have a bucket of water here to try to keep it in a controlling temperature. The water here is like 80 degrees. So if it's in the water, it should keep it kind of cool compared to the sunlight, which is hot. And then we have a cover to keep it out of the sun. So I think it should be good. I don't know. Let me know if you have an EpiPen and you have some good ideas of how to keep your EpiPens from frying out in the wilderness and in life and in general when it's not in a house. So yeah, I think it's gonna do okay.
Yep. Now we're gonna dive in. What do you think? Worth the visit?
I just got a whole bunch of water up my nose. Yeah, it's a very fun. I'm glad it's not my first time snorkeling in the world, like chocolate,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
There's a bit.
Salt water up the nose.
It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be though.
On the ride over, it was pretty rough, but...
On the dinghy?
Yeah.
My back says it was very rough. I was, the ballast from the bow of the dinghy.
She did a great job. She got beat up.
Yeah, I took all of it. It was awful. I am glad I have my floaty for all the times I employed my mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a fancy one like you.
No.
Maybe next time I should forget my mask while going on a sailing trip.
Stupid. Not really.
Don't be mean.
It is funny.
I decided that I'd keep your mask up so that I could have it.
Snorkeling exposes you to some of the most beautiful world that you can ever see, but it makes you look so ridiculous. It's kind of like a lot of our other sports. We go whitewater kayaking, and people in full whitewater kayaking garb just look ridiculous. You got a skirt around, you got neoprene stuff on, you got a dry suit on, you got a PFD, the huge helmet. You just kind of look silly. And a nose clip, yeah. Real dork type stuff. But that was freaking awesome. What do you think?
It was really, really cool. And so I saw the shark, and then I got a little like, But I remember that I don't want to flail like injured prey on top of water, so I just kept thinking to myself to keep swimming calmly away from it, far away from it. It wasn't that small. I mean, I know it's not like great white shark size, but it was like, it's probably as long as I am tall, so almost 5 feet.
I'm really sad because she saw it, I did not see it. She like freaked out, started bolting the other direction, and I was like, shark! And I'm like, really? Is there a shark? And I looked around, I can't find it, but that's alright.
It
I'll
was
see a
my
shark.
size, it could have eaten me.
I did see a barracuda, so I got to see that. The reef fish are gorgeous. The little blue tangs or whatever they are beautiful. And just lots more wildlife, aquatic life than the last time we went snorkeling in the BVI, which was great.
It took me a little bit of time to realize, oh, I'm like actually swimming with coral. I'm not just watching the Planet Earth video show or whatever the other night that we watched.
Yeah.
Seeing it in the wild, but seeing the shark in the wild and not in an aquarium, not ideal.
Unnerving. It's pretty shallow too.
It is shallow, and it's warm water, so it's not like probably the one that wants to eat me.
Yeah.
Those great white sharks, the ones that have a huge appetite have to live in cold water because there's more food there for them to eat.
Yep.
I learned this from Planet Earth the other night.
Yeah, that was amazing. It's a great way to spend Thanksgiving as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Doesn't feel Thanksgiving-esque to me, but it can. It will once you crack open that pumpkin.
It will, absolutely. But it was definitely worth coming over here. Everybody else cleared out. There were a bunch of people over here earlier, and they've all left at this point.
That's because it's gotten rough.
Yeah, but we're gonna head back into the boat so we can move it back to our anchorage and start cooking some dinner.
Rocking. Ew. And somebody needs a bath.